I need to print out a document. So yesterday I went to 7-Eleven, so I thought they might have it there, where I can download it using a USB from my phone. The document is on my phone, and then I needed to download an app for the 7-Eleven, and so I did that, and there's just too much fucking information for me to decipher. So this morning I decided to go to a cafe where I've got to pay 650 yen for breakfast, and that's not a bad idea, but I didn't necessarily want to eat a lot. And I've downloaded documents from this cafe before, so I go to the cafe. So I tried to print it out. Then I go to the front and they say you can't print documents out. We don't do it now. Fucking brilliant. So I go back to the warehouse, decide to take my bike, which has got a flat tire, to the repair shop, get it on the truck by myself. Get to the bike shop. They say, well, we haven't got that tire in stock. Go to the big bike shop up the road. It's only a few hundred meters away, so I did that. So I'm waiting outside, and it's nearly 10 o'clock, and I assume it's going to open at 10. And so as I'm waiting in the shadows, this guy comes out of the garage, and then I say, "More sugar desk, is it going to open soon?" He goes, "Yeah, more sugar." So he gets to 10:01. I don't see the shutters going up. So I walk over to the shutters. It's fucking 10:30. How the fuck can half an hour be like more sugu? More sugu is like fucking 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Half an hour, this useless fucking slant-eyed cunt has told me 30 minutes. And they wonder why I get fucking pissed off. So a few minutes later, I'm not gonna fucking buy the tires now from this cunt. So I look up, I go over to the door. Someone comes out, they start opening up. So if it's fucking 30 minutes, why the fuck are they opening the shutters at fucking 10:03? Because I was told before that it's 10:30. So they start to open the fucking shutters. So just to fucking confirm, I said, are you opening or is it 10:30? 10:30. So why the fuck are you opening the fucking shutters now, you cunt? And I don't know if they're fucking trying to take the piss or what. But I'm really fucking pissed off. So I go back to the bike shop. I says, look, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'll give you the business. You order the tyre. You make the profit on the tyre. Give me a call when it's ready. There was something else to complain about, but I forgot. Oh, so I went to a beer. I went for a beer at Mr. Sukiya because it's 480 yen, but I didn't have any break. I already had a stomach full. And so I went to the Sukiya, which is the number one. Cheers, Pluto boy. You know, I thought you no longer existed. So, and I order an egg. Before I've ordered like some tofu or something like that, but just a small dish. So I'm just not ordering beer. So I order an egg, and I was going to make a video complaint about my useless cunt dad because when he had a hangover, he would eat a raw egg. So I did that, but I wasn't sure whether to get rid of the egg white, then just eat the yolk. But anyway, so I just whisked it up and drank it, and then I had the beer. And I did a video a few weeks ago where similar fucking thing with stupid people in stupid shops. They're fucking stupid. It's a good job that all these people come to Japan can't read Japanese because half of the cunts in the shops will be out of work. So the best antidote to these fucking idiots is alcohol, without a fucking doubt. So then I thought I'd come to. Well, I was thinking of going to Osho, Chinese restaurant, Chinese Japanese, and because that's a really cold beer there, but they don't have Wi-Fi. They've got Wi-Fi here, but canned beer. So I decided to come here, the shop, and then I bought a. This woman always give her the nod. She asked me if I want to join the UCS card, but I'm banned. I'm not sure how much money I owe. Maybe it's about 100,000 yen. So I am hoping, because it's important to have a fucking card for today's life. And so I've got enough money to pay it off if it's about 100,000 yen. And then hopefully I can get a new card. I now paid a massive amount off. Before it was 600,000 yen. And 150,000 yen when I missed a fucking plane in England. And so I paid that off. But they give you a limit of 100,000, which is not great, because the fucking, I looked on the 150,000 yen to Amsterdam, 175,000 yen. I'm not sure the conversion to US dollars. You're going to finish that sentence. Yeah, you're not too good, is it? It doesn't help things. Yeah, but the thing is, there should be Japanese air. I wonder what the price is in Japanese airlines, because that wouldn't affect anything. Unless they put the price of oil up, of course. But for example, maybe 1 year ago, the yen was about 80 cents. Now it's $1.40, so it's nearly doubled. But the price of gasoline, thank God, has not doubled. So the price of gasoline was about 150, 160. And now it's been going up these last few days, so it's 180. I paid 177. So now it's 180, so it's only gone up about 10%. So very grateful for that. It's like, I don't know, but the British government doesn't give a fuck. They pass every rise onto the consumer. You know, I saw this guy the other day. People complained about the price of fish and chips, and then he showed his gas bill, his energy bill. 2 years ago, his energy bill was £3,000. £3,000. Was that per month? Now it's fucking £19,000 per month. His fucking gas bill's fucking gone up 6 times, and the government does not give a fuck. But this is just one example of a business. Lots of businesses will use, especially if you're a haulage company. You know, they do not give a fuck. Haulage company will be gasoline and oil, but they don't give a fuck. Yeah, 200 is a bit of a fucking jump, isn't it? So I've got a small truck somewhere. I've got to go and get it off this black cunt. This useless black cunt that couldn't fucking fix it. I had the same problem with my large truck. I took it to a garage. I fixed it within 1 fucking hour. Or they helped me fix it within 1 hour. This useless cunt had it ages. So now I've got to go and sort out this cunt and get the small truck back. And then pay about fucking 4 years tax on it. Yeah, that was, so I was just thinking of, will the yen get stronger though? That's a problem. So I'm thinking of a short holiday to Shakin' Stevens. Only people understand, only people that will understand Shakin' Stevens and Shakin' joke are British people. He was a pop star from the 1980s. Yeah, the last time I checked in, it cost me 160,000 yen. But 60,000 was for a windscreen. I was going down this road and a lorry coming in the opposite way, like flicked up a small stone. I didn't see it for a few. I heard it, but I didn't see it for a few days, and then it gradually got bigger and bigger. But it's 35 degrees. Do not feel like you're doing any fucking work. Young lad who works with me, he comes around and gives him like a bit of work. He's working on the fucking Kosokudoro, the highways, 35 degrees. Do you need to see? You could send that to London. You're a fucking tight-fisted bastard. 2008 Mazda. 50. Well, mine's a truck. Mine's I think 10 years old now. How much did you? Have you owned it all this time? Oh, but you're in Tokyo, aren't you? How much does it? Have you got somewhere to put the car? I assume you've got somewhere to put the car. I mean, for example, you're not paying tax. I was told about 30 years ago that a car parking space in Tokyo was 50,000 yen. Don't scary Japanese people. They are. After all, yeah. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, Paul. When do you pay? I'd like a new one of those. I used to, when my black friend went back to Nigeria, he gave me his business for 8 months. And I used to take all the crap away. What they did with the IAs, they took all the seats out and you couldn't sell the seats. There was no market for the second hand, for the brand new seats. They were about 50, 60,000 yen. There was no market for it. And I used to go to this place and they'd say, you take this crap away. Then I'd give them a bill for about between 30 and 50,000 yen. It was great. Yeah, but they look great though, don't they? The Hayes. That did look fantastic. Oh. But my karate mate, he was telling me that if you look after a car, most Japanese cars should be good for 300k. So you've got fault. Maybe you should put old in front of that. So you don't pay any parking then? Are you aware of anyone that pays parking? Are you in America, Pluto boy? And is your fiance is she American too, or if you're both American? What, as cheap as 7,000 to 10,000? Did he visit? Did your father visit it from like 30,000 feet above? I've got a friend, the Geek's granddad. You remember Geek? His granddad was based here in the Second World War, and sometimes when he's sleeping or he bursts out in Japanese or shouting at the Japanese. Oh, Saitama. Okay, yeah, that's not Tokyo, is it? That's like a third world, isn't it? That seems. Oh yeah, I like this, but it's still, even though it's close to Tokyo, it's still pretty cheap, 7,000 to 10,000, isn't it? I've got the beers in like a bag of ice in the shopping trolley. You got to keep them cold. You know, you know when like there are lots of people, lot of mums and dads or dads at home, and you kids drive me to drink and something like that. Especially Homer Simpson. With me, it's the fucking Japanese. What do you think he's trying to say, Peter? Don't scare the Japanese people. There are they, there are they are. After all, you're doing a great job. Excuse me. I think, like in the, I don't know when they changed the law, but I think if you was an American and you married a Japanese woman, you had to take the wife back to your country. And I don't know how true that is, or when that was law was changed, or when it existed. But I believe it was true. And then they gave the Japanese wife woman the permission to start a new register, and she would put a foreign husband on the register. So I'm thinking of, it came to me the other day, thinking of doing a T-shirt with the N word, but like N, 50 yen, 100 yen, 10,000 yen, but doing that as the N word. Japanese love the N word. A new T-shirt. What do you think? Thank you, Pluto boy. Yeah, well, I've got a coloured friend who I think he's half black, and he's a musician. He's in America at the moment, but he's lived in Japan. He's got maybe a Japanese family, and he suggested the N, but he said that could be a bit dodgy. But the the N lives matters, so he suggested that one. But this is this is for Japanese people, and because like Japanese Playboy, I I don't think a Westerner, male or female, would wear a Playboy T-shirt or Playboy paraphernalia. But in Japan, Playboy clothes is fucking massive. It really is. It's very, very successful. So I looked up the. So I did a search online for the N word, en, nword.com, and there was some fucking company saying, "No, we can sell it you." Yeah, don't. Yeah, like there are several examples of that. For example, if you fart or burp, it is just very. In some Westerners will be very upset at that, but the Japanese not so much. Same if you smoked, they would. A cafe I go to, most cafes and bars now they're very non-smoking, but the older people, there's people do smoking in a few of them. Have you got any kids? That's a kiddie pool. Are you going to drown your kids? Yeah, that was a great thing when my kids were young. We used to have the pool at the grandma's. And, when they were between like 3 and 6 or 7. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said, yeah, it's got to cost you a fortune, though. Get some, get some of those bottles, with the rich Norway made bottles, not the, and just a big piece of ice. That's a big balcony. Oh, 0.6 meter. Okay, I can see it now. I saw one of those Airbnb the other day, and they advertised they got like a pool or something like that, or a hot tub. But if you want to use it, it's going to cost you an extra $90. Have you seen some of these charges, these Airbnb? Up to $500 for cleaning the apartment. It seems to me these Airbnb are getting like these HOA, homeowners association. I once did there's a Dutch guy. I don't know if it's Kim or Rim or something like that. And he got 4 kids. His wife killed herself. They got 4 kids, and this didn't do much for him. Then he started to self pain or something like that by going in cold snow, and then he built up this. Is it impedance to cold things, to snow and to ice water, to lakes? And before that, I got to know this bloke. I did it myself. And in winter, I did a cold shower. I think I made a video on it. I did a cold shower and I managed 1 minute. I don't think I could have done another 10 seconds. Fucking unbelievable pain. Really, really painful doing that. Could be a different thing when the water's pouring on top of you, but I think they're trying to say it's a good thing. Hey, Sergio Garcia. For some reason, I was watching something on the internet yesterday about Jerry Garcia. The what was it? Did he die or something? The Grateful Dead, but it was related to something in 1991. Where are you watching? Where are you watching from, Sergio? De donde eres? Is it de donde eres? The summer's over, Peter. jelly. Hell? You mean hell? Or do you mean Jerry? One of the 10 Spanish phrases I know. Yeah, I was once watching some Spanish people speaking, and I noticed, and I did check this out, that Spanish is one of the fastest spoken languages, and so is Japanese. Yeah, that looks like it. I think they've stolen that cup from what's his name? What do you call that cartoon? What that cartoon? But Magic Trousers. What was that cartoon with the trousers? You went to, and some of you guys weren't here before. There was a woman on this counter, and I saw them one day. They got like 4 attachments. They were using the power, still using the power to charge all their phones up. And the next time I saw the daughter, she was using curling tongs to do her hair. It's getting busy. There's 4 at the counter, and there's 2 more spaces. Might buy 1 lotto ticket today. In the cities, quite easy. In the countryside, not so easy. Well, let's put it this way: you can walk into a shop or a cafe in a city, and probably someone will speak English. But if you write down what you want, a lot of people will be able to help you, or they'll know someone that speaks English. But if you go to some parts of Japan, and if you've got ginger hair, for example, or like this, they'll come up and touch you. Yeah, but it's like I say, it's in the cities, it's not a problem. But if you're Russian, French, or Spanish, no way. But aren't there I think now there's lots of apps on your phone where you can get by, yeah. But they can't. Sometimes they can't understand you. But writing it down, they can. They can. They've got a better chance of understanding you. And the good thing is they're quite friendly. They'll help you as long as you don't want to stay at their place. They'll walk you to where you want to go. You know, they can walk. They'll walk you like 200 meters, 300 meters. If you say I want to go to this place, they'll actually take you to it. I think that's a step ahead for it when Americans have started to learn to write. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, I was thinking of writing a letter to Mr. Beast and whether I should. My writing was so bad. I took English O level 3 times. My writing was so bad, they wouldn't even fucking mark it. All right, but what if you're black? If you're in Texas, are they friendly to black people? I think New York is there like shits, aren't they? Like Koreans in Korea is not very friendly. I think they're the rudest people I've met actually, Koreans. And I've been to Korea a few times. I think sometimes in America, for example, they just fucking sorry in LA when you talk to people, they just look at you gone out. They won't listen to you. If you know like if you're like me from England, they will not listen to you if you've got a fucking different accent. Yeah, fucking Texas is massive though, isn't it? Yeah, like LA, it's like you're talking to a fucking brick wall sometimes. But then again, I guess 35 years ago, my accent might have been a little more difficult to understand. Jason, are you watching? Oh, Geek. Is it you, Geek? I was talking about Chicago the other day. You know, and it's so violent. Now they've asked gangbangers to keep their shooting after 9 o'clock to 9 a.m. But someone was posting on Facebook pictures of Chicago. It just looked fantastic. It looked so beautiful. Did you get a U-Haul? Can people see this? Can people see Pluto's last two comments? You cannot fit you cannot fit an apple into a fucking Kia. You're lucky to fit in two suitcases. No, you cannot fit it. No. Can you? What about sending it by post? In Japan, they used to have a service. I've delivered people to Tokyo and Osaka, and in Japan they had 3 cages. It was like 1 meter square by 2 meters, and you could put all your stuff in these cages, but you wouldn't get them straight away. Which I thought was quite good because it was quite cheap as well. Bras and coats. I'd like to meet your cousin. Well, isn't that cheap? How many hours was that? What was that? That sounds pretty cheap to me. I have delivered cars in England and America. I delivered from New York to Los Angeles. I delivered from San Diego to San Francisco. I think I delivered about 3 or 4 cars altogether. Great system. So she was coming back to she was coming back to Texas for a safer life. What temperature is it in Texas at the moment? Oh, washing machine is broke. Is that all she wore? Bras and coats? Was she some kind of entertainer? 40. Fuck man, is this? Are you in Texas as well, Pluto? Yeah, that's fucking hotter than here. I was on my bike a few weeks ago. It was 37. No fucking breeze. No breeze whatsoever. But it's Phoenix, Arizona, they're breaking some kind of record, aren't they? They've had so many days where it's been triple digits for so many days. Fucking 41. I think that was in Texas. I saw like there was I think it was a delivery guy or something. He was in his 60s and he fucking died. He died delivering something, either an Uber driver or Uber delivery, something like that. Fuck, man. I I remember like maybe it was at the Chinese Olympics, and what I did, I was earning a lot of money in the day, and and for about 5 or 6 weeks, I hardly did any work because of the heat. And then when I when I went back to work, the price of steel within 1 week dropped from 65,000 yen a ton to 5,000 yen a ton in 1 week. That wasn't good news. Oh my god! Oh, this is I don't know. You fuck it, but aren't there something you can do about when you've got those conditions where it's so fucking hot, the ground's cracking, and it's affecting your house? Is that a fault with the way it was built, or just fucking tough shit? I was just looking at something in Scotland. There was like a housing estate, and they hadn't built it properly, and everybody complained, so they just abandoned. They were like £300,000 at the time, and they abandoned this housing estate. There was one person living on it. But obviously, it's not just going to be about around your area, though, is it? Yeah, it's something like that. It depends how big the house is, but just have one big iron sheet. Like let's say 10 square meters. 10 square meters of an iron sheet or several iron sheets, and then just build the house on the top of that. Oi, oi, you. I got this box of joining this hat. But I don't use these. She's a crazy woman. Two cute girls in. Oi, 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 you. Presento. You know that? Okay. No, she refused my tissues. She said, "Is there cum on the tissues?" I says, "No." She said, "Well, I don't want them then." So but this can't be the first time that ground's been cracking houses in America. Okay, so there is some kind of stuff you can do to prevent, because like if you've just built the house and the ground cracks and the house falls down, so the builders are going to be liable to be sued, yeah. But don't forget, if you've got a mortgage with the bank owns that house, and they've got it insured. There was a woman when they had all this, when everything started collapsing. I forget, was it Freemans or Federmans or something like that? When they started calling all these loans in for for the houses. There was this woman. This woman said, "Show me the fucking deeds." She says, "Show me the deeds to the house before I move out or whatever." They couldn't show the deeds because they put all the fucking deeds in one big box and then sold it to another company. They had no idea where those deeds were. Now, well, the real villains are the politicians, because it's the real villains that they take the fucking money from the bankers to get away with whatever they do. So they wanted to deregulate in America, and they did, and that brought about the problems. In England, there was with the bankers, what they were doing, these fucking cocaine fiends, they were deliberately trying to destroy businesses so that they could claim the business. They were just fucking, they didn't give a fuck. They tried to run business. They were supposed to be the supporter of the business. Then they would try to destroy them so they could get the fucking business. The fucking, basically, they're wankers in, they're fucking valueless men. And same with the people, these politicians. The problem is nowadays, no one's fucking kicking the shit out of them at school. Cheers. Yeah, there was a woman on, she was bemoaning the fact that she couldn't get, the banks wouldn't give her a mortgage because they said you can't afford to pay it. And she, what the fuck you on about? My fucking rent is far more expensive than a fucking mortgage. Well, someone has said there's going to be a massive collapse in America with all the fucking, what's happening with the rent. People living on the streets. You know, these apartment buildings are empty. Because people are fucking 4,000 in New York, 3,000, 4,000 in LA, $3,000, $4,000 a month. Politicians won't do anything because they want to stay in power and get the money. In Japan, you can buy a house for like fucking $6,000, $10,000. Can you believe that? You can buy a fucking house. Not in Tokyo, but in other parts of the country. This guy was on YouTube Shorts. American guy. He bought, and don't forget the American dollar is now very strong. He bought a 6-bedroomed house in Hokkaido for $6,000 near the snow slopes, near the powder slopes. Can you imagine how much money he's going to fucking earn renting his house out in winter? Especially now, you know, to skiers, because there's some good powder snow in Hokkaido. But he puts an advert in LA, and they just fly across the fucking ocean, and he just rents his 6 bedrooms out. $6,000. Jason Geek, are you there? Well, guys, anyone talking? Or I'm gonna close it down, finish the beer, watch some YouTube shorts or Facebook. No one's talking. It was just come on. Right, yeah, cheers Pluto for chatting and the other people that were there. Peter, I'm gonna get off now. See you later.